Day two.
Liver.
Day two. Alrighty, so today we're going to extend the body longer, and we're also going to create the neck and the head, the basic shape of it. So, Roboku chocolate again. We got our nice and pliable here. I'm going to do my head and neck first because I need that to chill, and I'm going to have to put it in the refrigerator. So I take a ball of chocolate, and just like we did yesterday, we're going to roll that down where we want it a little bit thinner at one end and wider at the other. And you want to have your, kind of look at your picture that you have, or the idea in your head about which direction your dragon is going on. If you look on the screen, there's a few up there with which direction your head is going. Some of you are laying down, some of you are straight up. But you know, all the dragons have kind of a curve, unless you're doing one where it's just a big head. So if you got a big head, you're still going to do a big head. We'll talk about that when you're there. So once I get the basic shape, which you can see it's a little thinner at one end, then I'm going to kind of turn it to make separation for the head. And I'm going to bend it, and I'm going to point the face a little bit. And then the body, and this is just a basic shape. Of course, there's going to be so much more to it, especially the facial features all get added on later. So we just want to get a piece that's basically the shape and the angle we want. So my dragon's going to be more like that one where his head's coming up and back this way. So let me get a little more strength in that. It's a little bouncy. Sorry, just got a little more strength, a little more melty.
So now with our chunky boys, could I literally just put that ball on there and just?
Yeah, but you still want to create a little bit of neck, which I'll show you next. Sorry, I had a little trouble there with my face. He doesn't, I know, but you have to have something on there. Even if he doesn't look like he has neck, he has a big trunk there, and you got to add it. Otherwise, you've got nothing to support him. So you guys see how I have the basic shape there? Now, once I get what a basic shape, I'm going, I know it looks like that. Then you're going to just lay it on a piece of plastic wrap and go right to the refrigerator and put that into the refrigerator. And just stick it in there. And while you're waiting for that to chill, we're going to work on the upper body. So the upper body, depending on your upper body and the direction it's going in, we want to take and add to what we have here. Because see how it's kind of stumpy? And we want it a little bit longer. So we're going to take our Roboku chocolate. And what I do is I kind of make like a chunk, little tree trunk there. And I'm going to put that right onto the body and seal that on there and form it. So basically I'm doing kind of the shoulders and more length there. But I want it to match here, so I gotta get a pretty good chunk going, and then I put it on there. Just put it on there, and then I start working it in and getting that to match the body. And that takes a little time. You gotta kind of start using the hot hand salt for this because it blends it all in there. And once again, we don't want it to look like it's two pieces. We want to get a natural blend in there to where it looks like the body matches. And of course, where we attach it, it looks kind of like bird-like. Iguana, yeah. We get all kinds of animals before it becomes a dragon.
Sea lizard.
What if you need to add more to like the body?
So you are gonna take, like, see how I need a little bit more there? I do what I call like a collar.
Like a thinner.
And I roll out a little bit here, and I wrap it around, and then I blend that in. So this is gonna build it out more too. You do what you gotta do to make it look right. I always have to keep referring back to a picture and making sure it is right. And this takes a little time, so you'll see me like kind of rush a little bit, but that's because I've done it before. You guys, it's gonna take a little time. You're gonna look at it and you're like, that's not right, I need more chocolate, or maybe you're putting too much chocolate on there. So you're either adding or subtracting. But once we're done, we want it, what do we want it to look like? One piece.
Is the chocolate that we did yesterday, is that pretty solid on
Oh,
there?
it's solid. It's solid. Yep, you're not gonna have any issues with that. And usually they have kind of a big chest, the dragons, at least the one I'm doing, so I'm gonna just kind of keep molding that up and working it up. And then of course I wanna keep going to where, because I gotta attach that neck that I want on there, so I'm gonna keep working that. And before I add the neck, this is gonna set up a little bit. Just keep kind of blending that in.
You're gonna add the chalk and the base later?
Yeah, it comes later. So that was a basic shape, and then later, there's so much details. So if you look at the other ones up there, you can see that they have eyes and they have little nose holes and horns and stuff. That all comes later. But you do want to start getting
The
those.
chain on the one in the middle is pretty sweet.
Thanks. It's broken, but it was nice when it first did it.
Are those all your dragons?
Yeah, those are my demos from the
Okay, I was
last
gonna
few
say,
weeks.
holy crap.
But there's been some really good ones from the students too. Just the really good ones, take them home.
I'll leave mine, don't worry.
Yeah.
You take a picture first.
Don't leave. Like, yeah, we're not gonna put this out.
So you guys see how that's now looking more longer the body and matching the rest of the egg. And now it's starting to stop looking like an egg. But see how I have a little dent right there? So that's where like sometimes that happens. You just take a little bit of chocolate and add to it and fill it in. So you can just kind of like your putty, put a little putty there and fill in the gap. And you spend a lot of time on this. So today too, when you get this done, you're gonna hear me say, pet your dragon. You're gonna be with your warm hands. When you keep petting your dragon and warming it, it's gonna polish it too. We don't want it to look rough. We want smooth chocolate, and that's how much you take care of it. You're gonna be just warming that with your hands and getting it as smooth. First you get the basic shape, and then you make it really nice and smooth chocolate. Okay. Now I'm still waiting for this to set up a little bit, and I'm also waiting for my head and neck to harden a little bit more. So now we're going to start thinking about those arms or those front legs, whatever you want to call them, and we're going to start making those. So you want to know what your dragon's doing. Some of you need to put them on. The ones that are laying down, sometimes the head is on the front arms, so you may have to put those arms on first and then your head. So depending on how much that's happening, involving your head may be in the way of doing that, so you may want to put yours on first. So once again, let's get some arms made. And if you do want your arms like in the air, if there's, see, I have nothing, where's my arms going? He has nothing else to grab onto. So I either have to add more stuff, more rocks, kind of pile them up there and create more of something for him to grab, or his arms have to be up doing something else. If that's the case, you'll make those arms and you're going to let them harden and before you put them on. So I'll show you that too. So once again, take your ball of chocolate, split it in half so that you know that your arms are going to be about the same size. And the other thing is that's difficult is the front arms are angled different than the back ones. So the back ones go this way and the other ones go like, if you think of ours, they bend back. This comes forward, the legs go this way, but the front arms go back this way. Yeah. Right.
Like this.
See up there in the picture, that's a good one up there that kind of shows you the angle of that.
I was doing
I was like, you were thinking of a horse.
You're like, that's not right.
Yeah.
I was thinking of a
Like,
donkey, my bad.
I was just gonna ignore it. So, okay, so once again, remember how we make that, where it's thinner, carrot, we make a carrot, and then we're still gonna roll for the ankle so we can get those toes out of there, and then we're gonna need to bend it, so we wanna create kind of like an elbow. And later on, if you want more beefier arms or muscle structure, you can add that in later. And then press for your little foot there. I'm gonna make my claws. Separate, point your toes. Remember, we'll have more details on these later too. On Thursday. Okay. And then, there we go. So now this time we went this way, we went that way with the knee, this time we go this way. So it's confusing. And then you make sure you got what you want, and you're also gonna have a lot more here. I kind of cut it on an angle because I know it's gonna attach that way. And then if I do want them like, you can bend those forward and do something, but get it in the angle you want, and then I'm gonna set that aside to harden the way I want it. So I'm just gonna leave that over there and I can attach it later. And I'll do the other one. can make that one. So this should be about the same size. Maybe I'll make this one go down a little bit, grab onto something. So remember, carrot stick. Keep thinking in your head, carrot. Ankle, knee, or elbow. And always flatten for the foot. The foot's gotta be thinner. And you gotta cut right away for those toes, otherwise they'll crumble on you. And forward, this one. Maybe this one he's gonna grab on down here. Cut it off there. Back. Add that to his body. I usually won't put the arms on until after I get the neck on, but I do want to get the way I want it to be. And you don't want to like do spaghetti arms and limbs. You want to make sure that you pinch and make kind of an elbow bend there, and then you get that nice crease in there so that there looks like it is two pieces. I see a lot of people just make like a round spaghetti arm, and that's not what we want. We don't want that.
They're hooves.
Ooh.
Those
Get
are
a little more
spaghetti
foot
arms.
going here. Turned out.
They're gonna be hooves.
They're gonna be.
With just one.
He's grabbing onto that. I'm gonna put another little rock there so he has something to hold on to.
Chef Wilson ever made chocolate dragon?
I don't know. I'm the teacher that started it, so I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take this and put a little more heat. I don't know.
We should have him do a chocolate dragon. Mm-hmm. He'd be like, yeah, right.
He'd feel like I'm busy. So you can add things. So you may come into that same problem where there's nothing for my dragon to grab onto. So just add stuff. We have a whole pan of boulders and rocky things, so you can add that too. And then a little heater. I'm gonna add a little heater so it attaches a little better.
So you can attach that now then.
I'm gonna do this one now because I have it made. And I'm gonna get that on there because I want it to wrap around. It's already starting to sit up a little bit. So I want to get that on there. So he's kind of turning because remember he's climbing. And then I'm gonna blend that arm in just like I did the other one. So it looks like one piece. He's really moving now. I can go back over later after it sets up and really attaches. I can move stuff. And if I want that, yeah, that's good. Let's see from the back. He's a little beefier on his front arms, but those are the ones that use their wings, so they are a little bigger. At least in my world.
Nothing wrong with being beef.
Get
He's a
little
rock
more-
climber.
Yeah. Flies around. There we go. So he's grabbing onto that rock now, so he's got something to grab. Now I should be, to get my head and neck for me. Thank you, my assistant. And I'll show you how to attach that head and neck.
What did you do before the dragons?
Oh, we did
Boxes?
different things. We did chocolate chefs, we did swans.
The girl I worked with who went here in 2000.
She did chocolate box.
The box, yeah.
Yeah, she made a box. Yeah, I
She was like, you get to make a dragon? I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, so when I took over, I was like, box.
Yeah.
So, no disrespect, but I was just like, I was, over the box. I wanted a little more.
Was it literally just a box?
It was a chocolate box. It was.
Yeah, for the first few weeks that I worked with her, I thought she said fox, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I was like, well, it's just a different animal. And she goes, no, I said a box. And I was like, oh.
So you can see, now take a look, see how that doesn't match, but it will when I'm done. So, it will, it's gonna match. So what I'm gonna do is attach this here, and then I'll wrap it around and seal it. And then if I want my dragon to be looking a certain way, but straight on, looking this way, maybe I'll have him turn his head a little bit this way, and that'll be good. So a little heat, just a little. We'll get that in place and it'll stay, it'll kind of melt in there until I get ready with the collar. So now I'm gonna make another collar.
What was that dinosaur?
Just go until it gets full.
Brontosaurus.
We're edging that now. Yes.
So now we need another collar to wrap around there so we can blend that and have it all one
I
piece.
can't tell. Like, I know she's saying like collar, but it sounds more like color.
No, collar. Sorry, I'm from back east.
Collar.
Are ya?
Connecticut. Yeah, I grew up
I
in
missed the
Connecticut.
first Monday. Okay?
Oh, you missed it, that's right.
First 2 days.
I don't know your life.
So see how I put that around us and it looks like a collar? So now,
First, like, yeah.
so now we're gonna blend that and we shouldn't look like a collar when we're done. It should be all one piece.
Unless you
Blend
want
it.
it to look like a collar.
Yeah, I mean, but not this kind of collar. If you're gonna do that, do a real collar.
Just make it some bling on.
Sometimes that looks good. It looks like that somebody caught the dragon and they chained him up and
Oh.
he's stuck. Yeah, that
Poor
happens.
little guy.
Yeah, that happens.
Happens to
People
dragons all
want
over the
dragons.
world, you guys.
Well, think about it. Like, if you found dragon, are you gonna just like, hi?
I'd go all How to Train Dragon on.
I would
Like,
never.
sure.
I would just let it be.
You let it be?
I ain't got the cojones for that.
You know what happens when they be?
That's
Yeah, they
fine.
eat you.
Yeah.
Oh, but what
Yeah.
if you could befriend it?
Keep a dragon?
Keyword
That's
could.
cool. Because who doesn't? Squirrel.
Sometimes when I blend this, guys, it's like it's too much, and that's okay. I let it harden. I'll shave it off later and make it match. The main thing is, and it's very soft still, this piece. So I'm gonna leave it alone for a little while, and then I'll go back to it, and I'll get that other arm on, and I'll work on smoothing it out, and all of that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing here, is just kind of getting this all blended. And when you come back for another demo, I will show you that I got the other arm on and I have this all smooth and blended, okay? All right, have at it. And push the button, clean
Ready?
hand.
I've got spaghetti arms.